Hi crafters, it's Karen, and I've created a canvas, a mermaid canvas for ilovedigis.com. I'm going to put the link to ilovedigis below in the description box so you can check them out. It is owned by Susan Coffey, and she created a lot of the collections that you will find at ilovedigis, and they are digital paper collections, if you will, and downloadable images that you could print out for your own crafting and scrapbooking. And one of the prints that inspired me was this particular print. Now, to me, this just reminded me of a mermaid, you know, a mermaid's tail. I just love the colors in this. So this is the paper that I used to paper piece my mermaid. I, of course, used the Prima mermaid doll. So I paper pieced her with this one, and my background paper, I don't have another sheet of it, but it has similar colors as this particular sheet. You'll see. Now, one of the great things about ilovedigis is that you could purchase and download one sheet at a time. You don't have to purchase a whole paper collection. You could just pick out some of your favorites and purchase them and print them out, and then you have them forever. One of the cool things she has right now is some of these types of downloadable, you know, images. And this is great because you could take your new watercolor pencils from Prima or your gelatos, and you could, you know, make this paper your own. She also has this type of design with butterflies and other images too. It's just really cool. It's a great website with all kinds of fun collections and images, very inspiring. You could see that there. So let me show you my canvas, and this is it. Whoops. And I thought it came out really cute. I've already posted this on Facebook, so some of you may have already seen this, but I'm really pleased with how it came out. There's a lot of texture, but just so that you know, this background paper back here, that is the sheet. That's the paper. It had splotches, and I think it was, you know, this particular paper was designed by Tim Coffey, part of his, I believe, the Flutterby collection on ilovedigis. So I'm thinking it was supposed to be like the blue sky, and these are clouds. But what I saw was it looked like underwater with the sun shining down through the water. That's what I saw when I saw it. So that's what I used for my background piece, and I didn't spray or alter the colors of this paper in the background at all. That's how it looks, and I just thought it was so pretty. So that's what inspired me. So the first thing I did with this canvas was I did go over it with a light coat of gesso. I probably didn't because I think it's one of those that is already prepared with gesso, but I did. And then I used this stencil by Tim Holtz and some light modeling paste. If you could see the stripes going, it kind of frames out the image or the canvas. And then for the bottom here, I used the cobblestone stencil by Prima. If you could see the difference in the texture there. And then I went over it with the glass beads by Liquitex. I've used this before, and I've shared how much I love working with this. It just comes on so nice and makes colors pop on your project. So that's basically what I did. I did accent different parts of the outside textures with these different colors. This one from Lindy's Stamp Gang, time travel teal, I used, I can't read the color of this, Rockefeller Blue by Shimmers. This one is Treasured Hymn, and I used this one for the bottom of the ocean. And Olive Vine by Tattered Angels. And I used a little bit of the Sunflower color by Tattered Angels also up in here. And then if you could see some of the textures here, it almost looks like bubbles or little schools of fish there, and this texture down here. These are the microbeads that I had found in my stash. I'm sure I had gotten these at Michael's, but I really can't remember the brand name. But I have a few containers of these tiny little microbeads, and I thought they added, really nice texture. And like I said, I had paper pieced her with a piece from in one of the collection papers from I Love Digis, and then I colored the rest of my mermaid with the Tim Holtz Distress markers. For these bubbles here in the background, I used this stencil by Memory Box, and to me it almost looked like she had just, you know, come down into the water and there was bubbles coming up all over her. I used some cheesecloth that I had colored as like seaweed, and these resin pieces are from Prima. This is a real shell here. So I'm going to, and then I used some distressed glitter from Tim Holtz all over it to give it some shimmer and sparkle. So I'm going to hold this so that you could see more of the texture and some of that pretty paper that I did use. So it came out really sweet. I was really pleased with it. And when I saw these particular prints at I Love Digis, that's what I saw when I looked at these particular prints. So I'm going to leave the link to I Love Digis in the description box, and check them out. And the great thing, like I said, about I Love Digis is that you don't have to buy a whole collection. You could pick out a couple of you know, images or, you know, paper, what do they call it, printable paper. You know, you could just pick out a couple. So at any rate, thanks so much for watching. Check the links below, and I'm sure I'll see you soon.